Hey you, yeah, you watching this right now. If you don't click the like button in the next 6 seconds, you're gonna drop your phone down the stairs and break the screen. Hey, hi, what's up? Welcome back to another video. Today we're taking a look at some more deleted items in Fortnite. Fortnite has a ton of items and they love taking them away. As soon as we fall in love with something new they've added, they immediately rip it out of our hands, leaving us sitting there crying on the ground because our favorite item has been vaulted. It's a little bit like walking up to a baby, giving them a lollipop, and as soon as the baby takes that first lick and goes, oh my god, this is amazing, you just grab it out of their hands and go, ha! No candy for you! That's pretty much what Epic Games does every time they add something cool. As soon as it's in the game, you can guarantee its days are numbered because they're gonna take it back and leave us heartbroken. It's just happened so many times. So many times. I start to love a weapon, it becomes my number one, and then it's vaulted, and I never get to use it again. Let me know down in the comments what weapon you would love to see unvaulted and added back into the game. For me, it will be the drum gun because I miss it to pieces. I think it was just really fun to use. So yeah, without any further ado, let's jump into the list of deleted items in Fortnite. Roll it. For starters, we have everybody's little favorite blue cubes of doom, C4. Man, did I love C4 before it was vaulted. It was vaulted for good reason. It was really overpowered. The things you could do with C4 were just plain nasty, and as much as I miss it, I completely understand why it's gone. But every once in a while, it doesn't stop me from going, man, I really wish I had some C4 right now. And geez, if you guys never got to experience the spam, which was C4, I'm both sorry and happy for you at the same time because it was amazing and at the same time the most annoying thing ever added to Fortnite. Every time you were in a build fight, you could just chuck it over a wall and then bop, they were dead. So F in the chat for C4. Okay, here we have my boy, my absolute dominator. The good old drum gun. I know this is still a weapon that a lot of people love and I'm still sad it's gone, but it looks like it's never going to be making a return. It was found in the files a little while ago, and a lot of people thought it was going to be making a return to the game, but it looks like it's not coming back anytime soon. Now, this thing was incredibly annoying at times. It allowed you to spam and then, spam a little bit more. But instead of just plain vaulting it, I always felt like they should have nerfed it slightly. Whether it was the fire rate, the damage, or the overall magazine capacity, I feel like they should have tweaked it versus completely taking it out of the game because it was awesome and I miss it. This is one I'm sure most of you don't remember. The original jump pad. This was the first mobility item ever added to Fortnite, but it wasn't in the game for very long before they decided to vault it. And that's because it was kind of useless. Unlike the bounce pad or the launch pad we have now, it doesn't throw you straight up in the air. Instead, it would throw you in one direction. So you would jump on the arrow and it would kind of catapult you in that direction, but you didn't go very far or very high, so it didn't make getting places any easier. You couldn't use it mid-build fight. You could maybe occasionally get a cool shot with it, but it wasn't very practical and nobody ever used it, which is why they vaulted it. But nonetheless, this is the very first mobility item in the game and the first one to get vaulted. Let me know down in the comments if any of you guys remember this thing. I know it's one that no one ever talks about because it wasn't in the game for very long, but if you remember it, let me know. Next, we have an honorable mention, the blue RPG. Now, of course, the RPG is still in Fortnite. Our boom boy is still there, but the blue RPG has been vaulted. So never again will you find an easy peasy blue RPG for those quick dubskis. And here we have the Burst Boy, the 3-punch knockout, the king of Rat-a-tat, the Burst. The Gray Burst has been vaulted along with all the other bursts, and it kind of sucks because now we have no more burst weapons, and I miss them. Hopefully, we'll get some new burst guns soon. Fortnite, please. All right, now this is one that still shocks me. I just can't figure this one out, the bolt action. Yes, the good old bolt boy was vaulted. Now we still have the suppressed bolt action, and we have the heavy sniper rifle, but we no longer have the classic bolt action. I can't get over the fact that they killed my bolt boy. Epic, what were you thinking with this one? I think universally, people would rather have this over the suppressed sniper any day. Epic, give us our dang weapon back. Next on the list, we have a 2-for-1 special, starting with the original Submachine Gun, otherwise known as the Tech 9. This thing, well, it might not have been a monster, and it definitely wasn't as good as some of the other SMGs we've had in the game, but for pure nostalgia's sake, I miss this thing. It looked so cool. I would definitely say this looks cooler than the current submachine gun we have. You would hold it with one hand, you just looked like a monster, and I loved it. All right, next we have the Revolver, the classic good old-fashioned Revolver. Way before the current pirate pistol was added, this thing was in the game since day one, and nobody really liked to use it, it seems like, except for me, because it wasn't super accurate, but when you landed that headshot, you would do a tremendous amount of damage. So if you coupled it with an SMG or a shotgun, you could get really fast eliminations, if not one-hit kills if you're accurate. Like, watch this, ready? Here we go. Bop. Later, brother. See, look at that. 135 damage for a headshot. Easy peasy. This thing was great, and I don't know why people hated it so much. Okay, lastly, we have possibly the most obnoxious weapon ever added to any video game in the history of mankind. The guided rocket launcher. If you weren't playing Fortnite when this was in the game, I'm glad for you, because it was a dark time in Fortnite. Everyone just sat in a 1x1 and guided rockets around and blew everybody else up, and it was bad. It was very, very unenjoyable, so I'm glad this one is gone. And they actually ended up bringing it back for a short period of time after they nerfed it significantly, and they vaulted again because it was still really annoying, even after they nerfed the ever-living crap out of its damage. But yeah, I don't feel sorry for this one. I'm glad it's gone. It led me to rage more than possibly any other weapon in the game. Let's say you were in an intense firefight or you were running through a field and out of nowhere came a rocket being guided by a player and it would just steer itself inside of your base and blow you up out of nowhere. It was the worst, man. It was the actual worst. I don't know what Epic was thinking with this one, but I am very glad it's gone. The one good thing I'll say about the guided rocket launcher is that when it was in the game, you could do some really cool trick shots with it, as in you could rocket ride your buddy and, you know, guide him across the map and he would snipe somebody while standing on the back of the rocket that you were controlling. That was really cool, but everything else about it was super duper sucky. So yeah, guided rocket launcher, pretty much one of the only things I was really glad to see removed from the game, because oh man, it was the worst. And boom, there you have it. There's some more deleted items in Fortnite. I hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe you got to see something that you loved that's no longer in the game, or maybe you got to see something that you never knew was there in the first place. Either way, I hope you enjoyed it. And before we end things off, I just have to give all of you a big thank you for the support recently. The channel has been doing better than ever. Every day it's growing, and it's really awesome. You guys have been fantastic, so thank you for all the support. It means a lot. And yeah, that's about it for this. I hope all of you have a great day. I will catch you in the next one. Peace.